Good evening, everyone, and welcome to Talk with the Titans, live from London, UK, all the way to the US of A and worldwide. I'm your host, Kalam L, and this is Talk with the Titans. On tonight's show, we've got the firecracker of the community, young Pharaoh, in the building. Peace to you, King.
Peace, G. How you?
I'm good. You know what? Oh man. I know we've got a powerful show in store for everybody today. You know what, young Pharaoh, please give us a quick overview of everything that you're going to be discussing with us today.
Of course, today's show we're going to be discussing my recent quarrels and challenges made to Brother Ankh and as well as Brother Polite. But first and foremost, we want to deliver information to the people. So I'm going to be discussing astrology and the significant role that it is currently playing within the change within the molecular atomic structure of Black people, in which we know is carbon. The physical element formula for melanin is hydrogen 18, carbon 10, nitrogen 4, and oxygen 2. Now there's going to be a molecular change within the structure of Black people's melanin from 666, meaning 6 protons, 6 neutrons, 6 electrons. And it's going to go from that to 6 protons, 6 electrons, and only 5 neutrons. So 1 neutron is actually going to become subtracted from itself due to the influence of the stars, because we know that each star is just the sun. And this is going to cause our bodies to actually become lighter in density, and we're going to become light entities once again.
Wow. That sounds like it's a powerful information that you're going to go through with us today. Everybody who is on the YouTube, I'm going to implore you to please hit the share button down below. Let everybody know that we're live with young Pharaoh right now. This is like an anomaly, so it's great to have this young brother in the studios. I'm pretty sure like you're most probably one of the youngest scholars, teachers that's actually graced this platform so far. So please hit the share button, share it on your Facebook, share it on your Twitter, share it on your Instagram, share it on Google, share it everywhere as possible. Young Pharaoh is in the building. And of course, for those of you who don't know about young Pharaoh, I don't know where you lot have been, please go and check him out. Go to his YouTube, Pharaoh Allah on YouTube. Go to his Instagram, Pharaoh_Allah. And of course, the Facebook is on and popping. That is Sandra Bland. Listen, people, check it out.
That's a fact, family. And make sure you subscribe to the brother's channel, Titans TV. We want to link up and connect with our brothers in the UK. The brother has a lot of big, heavy hitters on his platform, such as myself. There's a lot of information that we receive from this platform. Please subscribe to the brother's platform. Once again, that's Titans TV.
Oh man, listen. You know what? I don't even want to have no more further ado. Technically, I do actually want to hear more about the Ankhkakek situation.
Yeah.
I know you. Oh man, that is heated right there. But you know what? I'm gonna wait. You know, a little bit further to the end, because I want to hear this information you got for us. So please, drop the science, King.
That's a fact. Well, first and foremost, we have to understand that we do not live in a stationary solar system. The solar system, they teach you in school that the sun is sitting still and it has 9 planets rotating and revolving around it. That's a lie. We live in a vortex. The sun is actually, you can consider it like a comet. The sun is actually traveling 360 degrees around the galaxy. Now, this is important because the planets are not rotating around the sun. They are being pulled by the sun, and they are in a spiral like format, you can say, or motion behind the sun. So why is this important? Because we are actually moving into different physical dimensions. And by that, I mean, we understand that when you get to 432 terahertz within the electromagnetic spectrum of the sun, that is when physical life becomes created. That is when you are in the color red of the electromagnetic spectrum. You are in the visible light spectrum. Anything below 432 terahertz is not physical. Now, each star is a sun. Now, the sun is actually traveling at approximately 70,000 kilometers per second around the galaxy. It takes 2,160 years for us to enter into different zodiac signs. Now, the difference between a constellation and a zodiac sign is this. A constellation is a group of stars which form a particular pattern. A zodiac sign is a group of stars that form a particular pattern but comes in contact with our sun and its 9 planets as we travel through the galaxy. Now, why is this important? Because each sun has a different size, and depending upon a different size determines the physical structure and composition of any life within that star system. So now, as we are coming into the Aquarian age, aka the Aquarian star system, the molecular structure of Black people is changing as we speak. We are on the cusp of Pisces going into Aquarian age in 2034 AD, aka 18 years from now, aka 15,102 years, because we are actually 15,000 during that. I mean, in today's time of traveling across the galaxy, we are actually 15,102 years around the galaxy. So now when we come into the age of Aquarian, the stars, and due to the different composition and the rays of light that they are emitting, is going to change the formula of our DNA. Now, DNA comes in 4 forms. Cosmic DNA, which is ethereal, which is the black matter you see in the universe. Then the next stage down would be human or planetary DNA. Remember, only Black people are humans. If you are not African descent, you are not 100% human being. Anybody of non-African descent is only 96% human being, 4% Neanderthal. So when we say human DNA, we're talking about Black people, euromelanin, neuromelanin, and your neuromelanin nerve tract in your brain. That the formula for that melanin is hydrogen 18, carbon 10, nitrogen 4, and oxygen 2. Then the next level down after that, the third level down is chlorophyll, which is in plants, and then the 4th level down would be pheomelanin, which is in animals and Caucasians. So now when we dealing with the melanin rank, we going back up 2 levels, which is human melanin or planetary melanin, which is Black people melanin, euromelanin. This melanin formula can be constructed as the number of protons, electrons, and neutrons in the atom, which makes up this carbon atom, is 6 protons, 6 electrons, and 6 neutrons. But we're coming into the Aquarian age, which is less dense due to the proportions and sizes of the sun. So we're actually going to lose 1 neutron. So instead of it being 666 for 6 protons, 6 electrons, and 6 neutrons, it's going to be 6 protons, 6 electrons, and only 5 neutrons. And anybody who knows simple math understand that when you take away something, it becomes less. But when you're dealing with physical mass and density, the less dense something is, the lighter it becomes. So we are going into the Aquarian age to where we are actually going to become lighter in density, and our light bodies or souls are going to have more free expression on this physical realm. Because remember, the body is just a shell for the soul. So the soul is actually going to be able to manifest itself more and become more powerful on this dimension. Now, this is important because also, just like chlorophyll in plants is able to intake the light of the sun, and plants and vegetation and trees actually are intelligent. They actually send messages and communicate through their roots and operate and receive information from the sun. Our DNA does the same thing. We have in us, from what science confirms, 145 to 224 alien genes, Black people. So we understand that they like to call this DNA junk DNA and says it has no use. No, this is DNA that can only be unlocked by a certain light frequency. It's like a light code. That's why they call the strands in your DNA, which possess information, codons. Just like when you get on your computer, you can't get in unless you know the passcode. There is certain information in our DNA that is not accessible to us unless we are in a certain part of the galaxy, because we need a certain light frequency to awaken our DNA. And in the Aquarian age, this DNA is going to be awakened. This is why the police or any local law enforcement agency has riot gear and military weaponry for the inner city Black communities that they police, because they are already awaiting the awakening of God. So they know who we are. We just don't know who we are. And that information needs to be out to the public, because we need to understand, in order to aid this transformation, we need to clean up our diets and electrify ourselves on an alkaline diet. And we need to get back internal with ourselves more spiritually. And we need to throw all religion or all misinformation in the garbage.
You know what? I was actually speaking with Dr. Charles Finch the other day, actually, and he was, speaking about the same thing, the Aquarian age. And I wanted to know, from your stance, your viewpoint, when exactly is the Aquarian age starting? I know we had a major shift in terms of alignment that took place quite recently, and that was a spring equinox. But I know the spring equinox, a certain amount of energy, is transmitted to the planet around that time. But in terms of the galactical ages, the different houses that you know, what the universe travels into, or the galaxy travels into. When exactly do we enter into the Aquarian age properly, or are we already in the Aquarian age, or are we just, you know, is the process taking place? What is it exactly?
We entered the Aquarian age exactly. I'm talking about to the T on 2034. That is when we enter it. Right now, we are in the transitional stage. That's why it's called the cusp. So right now, we are exiting the age of Pisces, and we are entering the age of Aquarius. Now, we won't be fully entered and engaged in this age for 18 more years. So as each year draws closer, you can see our people are just becoming more conscious. You can find any black person on the street and they know something. They know a little bit of this. If there is in the history of black power and black liberation and all of that crap, all the Martin Luther King, everything, in today's age, there has never been more black people walking around who are conscious. You don't have to be a genius to be conscious, but we know that something's wrong, and we know that there is a change that needs to be taking place in our favor. So as each year goes on, because they teach you that the new year is January 1st, when actually the new year is March 22nd. That's the start of each new year. Now spring should actually be the first day of spring is actually when we begin a new year. They don't teach. I mean, we understand that as each year go by, every March 22nd that comes around, our DNA unlocks more and more, and our genetic structures change more and more, and we are going back into God mode. And if you are not internally able to match the frequency, just like music, if you're not on the right pitch when I hit my note, then we're going to crash. You know what I'm saying? The song, there's no harmony. Your soul has to be tuned to a certain pitch in order for you to access the Aquarian age. If not, you'll be stuck on a certain level of existence, and you have to reincarnate somewhere that matches you. So with that being said, we enter into the age of Aquarius in 2034 exactly, and in the year 2034 AD, which is according to the Caucasian Gregorian calendar, we will be exactly 15,120 years around the galaxy.
Wow. And this shift has been taking place. I know you gave a presentation on how in biblical times, or the biblical authors actually mark these shifts based upon certain stories within inside of the Bible, such as the bull or the cow being slaughtered by Moses. Then we went into the year, or to the era of the ram, Aries, and then Jesus talked about the man with the pitcher, which is Pisces, and now we're entering into the Aquarian age. So I want to know more about, you know, what is these high sciences actually logged in the biblical scriptures, and is there a lot of conscious people have started putting down the Bible for some reason. So does these ancient texts, such as the biblical texts, have high spiritual and scientific knowledge in there?
Yes, emphatically yes. When you're dealing with the Bible only can enslave you if you don't know what you're looking at. Because when you in it, okay, a lot of people never been in the game, right? Now, I've been in the game. So we might throw a certain hand sign up, and that puts fear in somebody who's just on the street looking. But to my man, I just sent the whole message. I might have said, do something illegal, bust a move. Now, the point I'm trying to make is, if you're a Mason or you're Illuminati, when you read the Bible, you know what you're reading. If you're a black person, to you, you're just reading something that demotes you and spiritually entraps you. Now, when it comes to the Bible, we have to understand that the Bible is a Masonic book which records in a metaphorical and allegorical way the manifestation of the Caucasian, as well as his interactions with black people for the last 6,000 years, and the outcome due to black people's coming into Christ consciousness at the end of the book in Revelations. So you're reading a book that is basically based upon spirituality, chakras, genetics, astrology, and history, but formatted in a fictitious way, so that you don't know what you're reading, but they do. So the only way religion can be detrimental to you is if you don't know what you're reading. The Bible, I mean, Holy Bible. Holy in Greek means Helios. Bible in Greek means Biblios. Helios in Greek means sun. Biblios means book or papers. The Bible literally means sun book. It tells you it's about the sun. So even Jesus having 12 disciples, there's 12 constellations. Now, off the top of my head, I memorized the verse, but due to me being a little agitated today, I can't recite the same verse. I've been back and forth on all kind of things. But in the Bible, there's a quote where Jesus tells his followers, and there will be a man waiting for you with a pitcher of water, and you follow him into his house herein. Now, if you go look at the Aquarian sign, it's a man with a pitcher of water. They say Jesus fed the people with 2 fish and 5 loaves of bread. But the 2 fish is what? The symbol of Pisces. And right after Pisces comes Aquarius. The Bible is based off astrology. Jesus doesn't come into play until the end of the Bible. You reading a book believing in a man that don't even come in until the last damn 15% of the book. So the book is going in astrological order based off of only 6,000 years. This is why anybody who believes in the Bible can't tell you shit past 6,000 years. And they don't know their origin. They don't know nothing about where you come from. Any real religious person is going to try to tell you, oh, we come from Adam and Eve and we're descendants of Noah, da 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 da. When all of these are just allegorical people that are supposed to represent the star patterns.
Wow. Wow. Powerful, powerful. Jeez. Hey, listen, you know what? This seems like a great time just to, you know, get a quick little announcement out. For all my new people that are just coming into the channel now and don't actually know about Titans TV or Talk with the Titans, Talk with the Titans is a platform that was literally birthed out of the idea that the intellectual giants of the community, the titans of our community, should have a well-organized platform to present, discuss, and debate critical information affecting our community, proposed by you, our audience members, our community. So literally, if you've got somebody that you would like to have on the show, let me know and I'll get them on the show for you. Any type of information you would like to hear presented or discussed, let me know and I'll have it on the show for you. And for all my newbies as well, yeah, let me just quickly give you a little briefing of the channel. You know, we have one of our most popular playlists. Our sections is Speaker's Corner, where we literally every Sunday, a group of us from all around the country, from different ideologies, whether you're a Muslim, Sikh, Jew, atheist, Kemetic, whatever the case is, we meet up and we have loads of debates. And I'm there to actually capture the magic. So please check out the playlist, Speaker's Corner. And see what you like on there. And of course, Talk with the Titans. We quite recently covered Rabbi Rosenberg versus Brother Polite. And that was an absolutely amazing event. This was produced by Sarnetta and Brother Polite themselves, New Covenant. The whole family was out. It was absolutely amazing. Hopefully the DVD will be coming out soon. So please check Sarnetta's channel or check House of Conscious website to see when that's going to be out. But yeah, we've got loads of interviews from the night. We have Red Pill and Blue Pill, as well as Ankhkakek giving us a point-for-point rundown of the actual debate. We had an exclusive with Brother Tazariak and Polite, and we've had another little exclusive just literally the day after the debate. We had Lodi Lux, Brother Polite, and Red Pill going in, and that was truly amazing. These particular 2 shows, you were literally a fly on the wall. It literally felt that you was just there with them. You was there with your older brothers, your uncles, catching jokes and listening to all the controversy that takes place within the community. As well, we've got you know, Zion Lex as well, you know, Rabbi Rosenberg, Polite. Yeah, sorry about that. Internet just lapsed real quickly. So yeah, you know what? Keep it flowing, my brother. I know you got so much more information that you have to drop. I want to know, because you was telling me about the melanin and how the 666 is now going to be transformed into 665. So enlighten me. I need to be enlightened on these type of subjects here.
When you're dealing with any type of physical mass, you have to understand that we are sound vibration. Everything is sound. Even your body is just vibrating sound. Melanin is condensed sunlight, which means melanin, well, before we even go into that, we have to understand that melanin is an indestructible substance. It's the only substance in the universe that cannot be destroyed nor changed. Now, what determines the density of melanin is the sun, because melanin is condensed sunlight. So basically, the analogy I always give people is when you got water, you have it in a gas form, then you have it in a liquid form, you have it in a solid. When you have melanin, you have it in a light form, an ethereal form, which is the universe, then you have it in a light form, and then you have it in a solid. So now your melanin density or physical composition is only determined by whatever light solar system you are in at that time. So now when you go back in the past and you say things like, oh, there was giants on the earth, in which they've actually found 36-foot skeletons, which I can surface that information if anybody wants it. When you look at the past and you go back years, all you have to do is calculate which zodiac house we were in. Because when you study the stars and the constellations and you actually see the sizes of the sun, the bigger things are, the more dense there are. So history repeats itself to a certain extent when it comes to physical law. Anything that is in a physical shell is subjected to the law of the sun. The sun tells you how big you're going to be. It tells you how fast you can move. It tells you any physical properties or abilities that you may possess is determined by the star system that you are in, because you get your physical attributes from the sun. So now when we're dealing with the molecular structure of melanin, we understand that the Aquarian age does not have such a dense, let's say a dense atmosphere due to the sizes of the sun being a tad bit smaller than ours. So we are coming into a less dense frequency. So now we physically have to, our bodies, the melanin, because melanin has its own intelligence. It's a scientific fact that melanin can actually make you react without even sending signals to your brain. This is why black people are the best agile people, especially when we play sports or fight or anything. So your body is already hooked. The DNA, see, people think DNA only intakes information. It actually outputs information as well. So as we are coming closer back into the Aquarian age, the DNA has been here before. The DNA, this is not the first time your DNA and your genes have been in the Aquarian age. It's automatically prepping itself and reconfiguring itself to give birth to black melanated children who have a physical composition which can exist most comfortably in this star system. So now when you study science, which a lot of people don't want to listen to black people or people like Pharaoh, they want to say is pseudo. You can go right on YouTube, right on Google, and type in 666 melanin changing to 665 melanin, and the white man will tell you. He has it's a long lecture, or you can hit the little 3-minute video, and he got it all animated on the computer where he actually shows you the ship. So some people don't take things from people who look like them and who are black and who do their own personal research. So for those of them who don't or find this information difficult to adhere to, you can go let the white man tell you this. So when you study the ancestors truly, we understand that our ancestors taught 3 main things. Astrology was number 1, alchemy was number 2, and alchemy is not about turning lead into gold. It's about turning a dull spirit into a vibrant spirit. When all the chakras are aligned, your aura becomes gold. Just like the sun's electromagnetic spectrum goes from red to purple, which is the color of the rainbow, and that causes it to look gold. That's why they say it's gold at the end of the rainbow. Your chakras are the color at the end of the rainbow. So our ancestors taught astrology. Why? Because astrology determined their physical capabilities, and we get our genes from the sun. 2, they taught alchemy to teach you how to become spiritually in tune and be able to live peacefully in whatever astrological or celestial atmosphere you were in on the planet at that time. And then 3 was theurgy. I believe I'm saying it right. If not, it's spelled Theurgy. Theurgy is rituals. Rituals are just physical practices which manifest the energy in order for you to be able to perform the first 2 teachings, which was astrology and alchemy. So when we're dealing with rituals, you don't got to be spooky dooky. Chinese people do Tai Chi. Why? To invoke internal energy. That's considered a ritual. That's a ritual for them. But we have been so perverted from our own rituals that we look at it as evil or weird or not cool when we practice them. And rituals ain't just for good, it's for bad too. A ritual is just a physical action that you do to manifest an ethereal or etheric energy within yourself. For example, if I want to conjure up a negative spirit, I have to do something negative. Now, certain entities feed off certain frequencies. So if I want a wicked ass spirit, I would have to do something wicked, like sacrifice a child in order to attract that energy. And then once I get that energy, now I can use it for what I want to. This is what the Illuminati and the Masons and everybody do. This is why certain soldiers and military wear certain badges and symbols, because these symbols are actually demonic symbols which represent entities on other planes, and then they stage wars on certain days so that they sacrifice the soldiers in order to get a certain amount of negative energy so that they can continue to do what they do on our planet. But if you don't study alchemy, astrology, or theurgy, then you won't understand this information which is already in you. All you're trying to do is understand what it is that you're going through that you have no choice but to go through. That's it.
Wow. Wow. And you know what? I know this is kind of just like an off subject, tiny, but you know what? There's been a big dialogue of where did the white man come from? Is he part of us? Is he genetically mutated? Is he a splicing? Is he an alien being that came from another planet and down to this one? You know, so from your perspective and your authority, where did the white man come from?
I know exactly where the white man come from. And over the years, there's been a lot of speculation. There's been a lot of theories. Nobody has went pound for pound, blow for blow, and proved exactly where this motherfucker came from and when his ass came. I know when he came, how he came, and where he came from, and how to genetically disassociate myself from him and prove not only how evolution theory is a lie, but how the white man really actually came to be on this planet through genetics. Now, I can give this answer right now, but I'm going to save this answer in case Ankh asks, well, apparently he's accepted my debate. So I'm going to use this information to blow his evolution theory away. So I don't even want to give him no ups. I don't want to let him study. I want to surprise his ass with this information. So since I'm pseudo, so he's dealing with the theory of how we evolved. I'm dealing with facts, which you only can, you know how you come to a fact? You have to already be doing the research. Just like your teachers say, check your work. See, they don't check their work. They read them science book and they assume that the work has already been checked. I'll be checking them motherfucking science books. But if you don't sit down and take, like, I kid you not, I have a bin downstairs. Do you know how many scrap sheets of paper and pen marks and notes that I've taken doing my own research? It's like I do this shit for real. So I'm gonna give the answer to that during the debate. If he don't want to debate, I'll give it during the SETI lecture that me and SETI is having June 4th. It's titled The Hidden History, Psychology, and Biology of the Caucasian. And I'm gonna show the world step by step for the first fucking time. Nobody has never done this. Martin Luther King, Malcolm X, Elijah Muhammad, Kali Muhammad. Nobody has factually shown where the white man came from. They've only made theories about it. Even that evolution theory is a fucking theory. It's called the evolution theory. Young Pharaoh is going to show the globe, the planet Earth, in 2016, step by step where this nigga came from, and you can take the information back and research it, and it's going to come out true.
Jeez, oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Hey, listen, you know what? This is getting heated up. I want to know. I don't know if it's the right time to ask this question, but I'm going to ask it anyway. Where did all this contention, how did all this contention begin between you and the brother Ankh in the first place?
All right, so we're gonna tell the story once again. Now, I had went on Sinetta about last summer, and if you go watch the video, young Pharaoh holds it down against the Amara squad. You can see with your own two eyes. Ankh was very disrespectful. His mannerisms towards me showed that he just didn't respect my shit. He must have felt like I was young, I was pseudo, and he never embraced me within his own heart from the get-go. So there was already tension created by me and Ankh since that day. Now what happened was the Amin Ra squad, after I left New York, took it upon themselves to create a Facebook group, tag me in the group, and basically run a train on me, calling me pseudo, basically trying trying to play me basically. So that's when I made the video addressing the haters on YouTube. So now the beef kind of escalated from there, then it died down. Then I got into it with Brother Polite due to me honestly, without bashing or degrading Brother Polite, giving an honest experience that I've had dealing with his New Covenant business, as well as Ankh doing something that I felt was two-faced. Then from there it exploded. Ankh called my mother a bitch. I told Ankh I'm gonna break his fucking mouth and beat his ass when I see him. And it went ham. The experience went ham. Now me and Ankh never ran into each other. I've matured to a level to where I have to take responsibility for my actions, and I have to understand and be responsible that I do and am in contact with much youth, and they do follow me. As much as I tell people don't make me a celebrity, it's just inevitable. So I have to show the youth that you can't, as bad as you may want to, in certain situations, you can't react with physical violence. So now me and Ankh today, my initial response to Unkh's apology for the comment he made about my mother was, I told Ankh, only way I'll accept your apology is if you fight me. I'm not taking no short. But due to me elevating and having to take responsibility and practice what I preach, and me living in my higher self, I've reconfigured my apology. Now the only way I'll accept Unkh's apology is if he debates me. And the reason I'm challenging Ankh to a debate is because that is what our problem started from first. A disagreement with our information. But now my problem with Ankh is what made me actually come out and actually approach Ankh with the debate challenge is because Ankh has been trolling me ever since. Now, I have not said nothing about Ankh in a very long time. The last time I spoke to Ankh, we were on Sinetta and we were on the phone, and Brother Polite was on the phone. And for those who were on the live feed, you know what happened. Now, Ankh has been, I'll give you an example. I did a radio show 3 weeks ago, right? With the Empress in Detroit. My radio show was called The Black Woman is God. Ankh calls her to get on the show, and 5 days after me does a show called The Black Woman is Not God. He's trolling me. Then I don't say nothing. I don't respond. Mind you, now Polite does his debate with Harry Rosenberg. Ankh go there with the pseudo hat with the line through it. Now, who else are you talking to? You know what I'm saying? Who else are you? I'm not stupid, man. So I'm like, even though he's not on my mind, I'm still on his. So I said, you know what? Y'all keep saying my name. Ankh is saying my name directly, indirectly. And I know that patience is a virtue, but too much patience shows cowardice. If me and you finna fight and we both got our hands up and we don't never swing, somebody's scared. And I got to let him know, oh, I'm swinging, champ. I'm not scared. But I'm going to do it intellectually now. So now, since Ankh doesn't agree with my information, and he's went on a slander campaign, because one thing to disagree with me, but it's one thing to try to slander me. Now, he's calling me pseudo and saying I'm making things up and it's in my imagination is slander. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to end Ankh's teaching career. When we debate, I'm going to prove that you have been misinformed and that you don't know what you're talking about. And I'm going to prove that even if I was right or wrong, you weren't even humble enough to hit me on the side and say, you know what, young Pharaoh, come under my wing and let me teach you. No, you immediately start hating on me and tried to slander me for whatever personal reason you had. And you tried to destroy what it is I was building out of the goodness of my heart. So what it is I'm going to give Ankh his energy back. And I'm going to give him one shot to prove that I'm pseudo, one-on-one. I don't want no miscellaneous person from the Amara squad. I want brother Ankh. So I'm going to give Ankh his shot to prove that I'm pseudo. But then after that, I'm going to put Ankh lights out. So after that, I mean, that's the problem between me and Ankh. We're going to handle it like gentlemen. And that's what it is.
Whoo-wee. Oh my gosh. I think that's to be my new tagline right there. Oh my gosh. This is getting a lot. This is getting heated right now. Hey, listen, everybody.
Yeah.
If you're loving the information that you're hearing so far, please give us a big thumbs up. Let us know that you're loving the information. Just hit the like button and let us know that you're loving the information. This is crazy. I got so many people that's actually messaging me right now to get the link to join the panel, to have their say with young Pharaoh. And I'm going to hold on a little bit longer. Wait till near to the end of the show. I'm going to send out the link to everybody who's inbox inbox me very shortly. Just hold on a little bit. Just have a bit of patience, and I may even actually put it down in the description box for anybody else who would like to join in. But just bear with me, because I'm building with my brother here. I'm building with him. I'm loving what he's saying. He's getting me hyped. He's getting me excited. I'm all thinking that I need to go and plan my next trip out to America, and you know what, link up with the brothers, because this is gonna be something that's gonna be crazy.
We'll have to plan two. We'll have to plan 2 trips.
2 trips. Whoo, yeah. What you saying?
1 for Ankh, and after that, 1 for Polite.
Whoo, wee. Okay. Now, all right. I want you to let me know. All right. What is the issue between you and Polite? And I don't want no slander. I don't want no slander today. No slander. I want to know intellectually, you know what? Or is it personally? What is the controversy between you and Polite? Because at first I thought to myself, you know what, this is like, you know what, I see the new generation. You have the new generation of scholars and teachers, and I put you in the generation with divine prospect. You two look like in the next year or so, y'all gonna be taking over the Polite spot. You're gonna be taking over the Sarah Suit and Seti spot. You lot are the future. I'm pretty sure, you know what, you lot have started an awakening where the younger generation, those of them who are in college, those who are in high school, are now becoming conscious because they're seeing the new faces of consciousness. So I want to know, what is the contention between you and him?
Okay, now I want to go, because you said the word personal, and I like that. It has never been personal between me and Polite. I'll admit that me and Ankh it's definitely gotten personal with me and Ankh. But with me and Polite, it was never personal. It was business. Polite did a disservice. It is what it is. Now, he responded to my video trying to slander me and say that nobody should listen to me because I'm crazy, and misconstruing my words, trying to make it seem like I'm an alien fanatic. That is slander, and that is disrespecting my character. He did it once, and I let it go. Now, just like I told you, and them keep saying my name. I'm not saying their name. They're saying mine, but I don't have a problem with it. You know, you're entitled to your free speech. But now, like I told you, patience is a virtue, but too much patience shows cowardice. Now, I believe you were present on the 21st after the Harry Rosenberg debate, when it was Tazariat, Blue Pill, Polite. Were you in the room?
Yep, I was in the room.
Okay, so you heard Brother Polite basically try to say I'm on parole and and I'm astro projecting with aliens, and that's slander and misconstruing my words. So now this is my problem with Polite now, while I'm challenging Polite. But one, why do you keep putting my personal business? It's out there now. Why do you keep telling the world I'm on parole? Why do you keep putting my personal business out there? That's basically dry snitching, for one. Then for two, why are you trying to misconstrue what I said? And then my third problem with Polite is this. When we was on that phone with Sinetta, and I was going to ask Polite about is he under the is he conscious that there are people paying for his services and not receiving what they pay for, and if so, what is his remedy? He had his chance to speak to me. He told Sinetta he didn't want to speak to me. That's all on record. So now it's like, you didn't want to speak to me. You could have got your rocks off then. But now when I'm not present, you basically riding out on me because you think it's cute. And you got your little croony with his little Halloween get up on, ad-libbing you. So now it's like, I can't respect it no more. I can't respect Polite no more. See, one thing not to not like somebody and respect them. Now I can't respect them, because when you had me on the phone, you could have said what you wanted, but you didn't, and we left it alone. To me, it was alone. If he would have never tried to play me, we wouldn't be here talking about Polite on this thing. We would just be sticking it up. But it's like, you're not going to try to violate the Pharaoh behind his back, but you couldn't say it to me. But my main problem is they keep taking shots. This ain't the first shot. You can watch any of their videos, and my name just magically poof out the air. I got over 130 videos on my channel. I have not said name one of their names one time, except for when I first responded to both of them. Am I addressing Brother Polite? It was a response to what Polite said to me. My first addressing the haters was a response to what Uncle said to me. I have never popped it off. So now it's like, y'all must think I only want to curse. Y'all must think I'm sweet. Y'all must think I don't do this for real because I'm being humble. So now I came with humble hand. Now I'm coming with iron fist. That is what I teach. I practice what I preach. So now I'm calling them out because they think they can't get touched. Now, Ankh, that's not about nothing. Ankh he already know that that's faulty. He's just trying to clean it up. He already know that the evolution, if you're black and you look in the mirror, you know the evolution theory is a lie. And all of that other stuff he taught. But polite is big-headed, and he think he can't get touched, and he think that he can say what he want to say, and he can't be challenged intellectually. But I'm here to let polite know, not only am I going to challenge you intellectually, I'm going to challenge you off what you said. So now you're comfortable because you said it. So this is already a premeditated thought of yours. I'm challenging polite off when he said money is my religion and money is spirituality. And if he say he ain't say it, I got him. I will time stamp it and post it. So I'm challenging him on what he said, and I'm going to make him back up that if you believe in money so much and you just the UCC secure property creditor king, okay, you need to show me how that's going to liberate our people versus what I teach, because polite has called me pseudo and Ankh has called me pseudo. So now I'm going to put my teaching and my understanding versus yours. I want to do African spirituality versus Western commerce. And the topic is going to be, is money liberating or enslaving the people? Because since you saying I'm pseudo, not only am I willing to defend my statements I made about me personally astro projecting, he can pick me apart if he want to. I'll debate him all day on that. But now I want to debate you on your statements about the economy, money is my religion, and how the white man is not the devil and it's black people's fault and everything he said. But we're going to sum it all up into this debate. African spirituality versus Western commerce. Is money enslaving or liberating our people? And since he claims to be a leader and he claims to be a benefactor and a dominant black man, I'm challenging his virtue and his leadership. I say that polite is misleading the people either consciously or unconsciously. Hopefully it's unconsciously. Why? Because you're teaching people to be trapped on this dimensional, physical, materialistic realm. I have heard polite say it out of his own mouth. Oh, I'm just doing certain things because I have to get it out of my system so I don't reincarnate. Now, that only gets by somebody who doesn't know the science, because the true science is you have to refrain from certain practices to get it out of your system. You don't have sex all day to say I'm trying to get it out of my system. You actually become abstinent. So you teaching people to obtain materialistic things, and your excuse for you doing something that you know is wrong, because polite is not a fool. His excuse for him doing something that he know is wrong is that he got to get it out of his system. Not to somebody who doesn't operate on the spiritual realm or understand the ancient sciences, they would go for that. But the Pharaoh ain't going for that. So now, like I said, polite, if you watching this, ancient African spirituality versus Western commerce, the challenge has been issued. Is money liberating or enslaving the black race? Now, to get back on my point, at the end of my debate, like I said, since he alleges to be a leader, leaders lead. I have a blueprint that if at least 40% of black people in America follow in 1 week, we could shut down and eliminate the Caucasian out of our lives mentally, emotionally, spiritually, financially, and physically. Meaning death without physical violence, or maybe with physical violence, whatever the Caucasian want to do. But this plan can be implemented and effective in 30 days minimum. So now, and this plan doesn't take the donation or anybody spending 1 penny. And this is coming from an African spiritual point of view. So since polite has his monetary views, he rocks his little the money team hat. He like to be with Floyd Mayweather and be with celebrities. I need for you to come with the blueprint that'll work, and I'll give you 30 to 60 days. And you need to show me what you have planned for the black community to lead them. Because even though me and polite are going to clash, hopefully, because I want to have this debate, I also want people to learn as well. And I also want to show and prove to the people that I don't just say I'm a black leader. I am going to show people that I have a goddamn plan to lead. So I want polite to show me his plan to lead, and I want the people to see that it ain't going to be effective, because I will allow him to pick my plan apart, but he needs to allow me to pick his plan apart. So not only are we going to debate, after the debate gets judged, I want us both to present our blueprints and plans that we have for the community, and I'll give him 15 minutes to pick mine apart, and he needs to give me 15 minutes to pick his apart, and we need to let the people judge that which one is rationally more likely to liberate the black people. And when I say liberate the black people, I don't mean nice house on a hill, but the white man still in power. I'm talking about the Navy is down, the Marines are down, white people are out of Africa, the Vatican has fallen. It's over for the Democrats, the Republicans, and black people are taking our planet back. That's the plan I'm talking about. And I got one that's going to work in less than 30 days. So the challenge has been issued because they keep saying my name. I'm not saying their name. So since you keep yelling into the cave, here come the dragon. You better have your shield because I do breathe fire. And you got the Pharaoh. You wanted the Pharaoh. You got his ass. Straight like that.
Ow. Hey, yes, sir, young Pharaoh, you got me hyped right about now. You know you got me hyped.
That's right.
Oh boy, I can't wait for this. Hold on, there's a mad feedback coming through. I don't even know if it's me or not. Listen. If you lot are loving the information, you just press the mute button on your one. Just press the mute button, because there's feedback. Boy, if you're not loving the information so far, please give us a big thumbs up. Let us know that you're liking the information. Let me know as well down below in the comment section what you lot are saying, because this is crazy right about now. This is crazy. And for those of you lot who hasn't actually seen the videos on Young Pharaoh's YouTube page, please visit his YouTube page. It's called Pharaoh Allah. You know what, Pharaoh challenges Ankh to debate. I saw that one yesterday. That was crazy. This new one that you dropped in the last 4 hours, I haven't yet seen, and that's Pharaoh Polite Your Ass is next. So I need to watch this. Literally, I need to watch this. As soon as this is finished today, I'm going to watch it to see what I have to say, because I know it's gonna be crazy and I know it's gonna be fire. So yeah, please support the brother. Please subscribe to his channel, and you know what, show your support, man. Show your support, people. Listen, you know what, I'm actually opening up so everybody else could come in and actually have their say with the brother Young Pharaoh. Jeez, this is gonna be crazy. This is gonna get heated up real soon. So you know what, for everybody out there watching on YouTube land, you know what, Talk with the Titans, we've got 3 main rules. All right, the first rule is, you know what, no profanity on the show. Please mind your language, because we do have children watching the show. Today, I might just have to put a gigantic stamp on it saying parental advisory, because I know it's been heated and it's going to get even hotter in a little while. So please, no profanity for, you know what, new people joining in, and Young Pharaoh as well. But it's already started, so we're going to continue. Number 2 is keep your mics muted at all times. Respect the person's cipher who is speaking. So that's the 3 rules. Respect somebody's cipher and keep your mics muted at all times, as well as no profanity. All right. Let's continue a little bit more. I know I got a couple brothers from the UK who's joined us right now. We got Isa from the UK. Assalamu alaikum to you, Ak. And then we've all
salam, family.
Yeah, King, yeah. And then we've got my brother Virtue TV. If you haven't seen his channel, please check out his channel, Virtue TV. Oh man, Virtue, say something, say a couple words, because I'm seeing a hat there and I need to see your face.
Yo, my brothers, walk on everyone, man. Peace, Pharaoh. I shouted you out on your YouTube, so peace. Loving the information that you more time bring, so just keep it up, you know, like that. And obviously it's the spirit that you come with that everyone's attracted to, so just keep that shit going, man.
Yeah, it's about to go down. All right, where were we? So I want to get back into this now. I want to get back into the Ankh situation, because I want to, you know, I know this debate is looming right about now. And I'm definitely interested. I'm intrigued. I want to know what the brother has to say. You know what? Tell me, because you was telling me about, you know what, Ankh was just assaulting you and really trying to get at it. But what do you think about his information? What do you think about evolution? Is that one of your major contention with him, the evolution theory?
Yes, because I'm gonna take this time out again on your platform to let it be known. Ankh has not specified what he has a problem with me with. He has basically just cast anything that come out of my mouth as pseudo. So he's basically saying anything that I've taught is pseudo for whatever his own reason is, because his understanding cannot match the frequency. For example, the government, CIA, created the term conspiracy theorist for people who are finding out the truth about them and teaching it on their own. So the government created, oh, he's a conspiracy theorist, to think they're crazy, until everything that conspiracy theorists say come out true. So I feel like due to me, if not surpassing, but we ain't even gonna say surpass. Let's say went right, I went left, and I came across some information that he missed in his years of living, and now that I'm presenting the information, he wants to call it pseudo because he never educated himself upon the information. So that's basically trying to discredit me the same way the government created conspiracy theory. Now, I'm using that point to say, I'm not saying everything that come out mouth is conspiracy theory, because I don't even listen to enough to know to care about what he's talking about as far as what he teach. I don't go on the man page. I don't give a damn. All I know is when it comes to that evolution theory, when we was out there on that corner, and when came out his mouth and said, quote, said this. He said the Egyptians did not know about chakras. That's pseudo. That's Hindu. I'm here to prove that not only did the Egyptians know about chakras, but they had it before the Hindus. And want to say that's Hindu, he must ain't study the culture of Hindu, because Hindu is not even the original way of life of those people. Hinduism was created out of Brahmanism when the Caucasian went over there and destroyed Brahmanism and created the caste system Hinduism in order to make it a self-destructive system, and the darker you are in complexion, the less worthy you are in society. So everybody who's a Hindu or following Hinduism is not even underneath the original spiritual way. The original way was Brahmanism, and when the shamans reached a certain enlightened state, just like in Buddhism you become the Buddha, in Brahmanism you become an Aryan. This is where the white man got the word Aryan from, because Aryan meant pure and holy. So when he went over there and destroyed Brahmanism, he created Hinduism and brought back with him their holy status, which is Aryan. And now you have the Aryan nation, or the Aryan brotherhood. But before even Brahmanism, which is 7th century, we were in Kemet dealing with chakras. But I'm not even going to go no more. I'm going to see him at the debate. So I have a problem with saying we don't know about chakras, the Egyptians specifically, and him saying that that's pseudo and that that's Hindu. And I have a problem with teaching black people that he like to say we didn't come from monkeys. I got the man on tape saying we came from monkeys. But even if you try to say I'm saying we share a common ancestor, that's still the same thing. But I'm going to blast that too. But also, I have a problem with being self-contradictory. Because how can you be a part of the Amun-Ra squad, which is in Latin terms, the sun? You should be dealing with the science of the sun and how melanin is condensed sunlight, instead of trying to tell us that we are children of the sun, but we come from monkeys. When black people actually predate monkeys, we were here longer than monkeys, so how can we evolve from something that we predate? How can we share a common ancestor with something that we predate? But I don't even want to keep going no further. That's the problem I have with information, and if he accepts the challenge, I'll see him after the debate.
Jeez. Okay. You know what? Which is quite surprising for me. I thought it was quite surprising, due to the nature of Sarasut and Seti's relationship with the Amun-Ra squad and Ankh himself. But it seems as though Sarasut and Seti was actually co-signing you on that particular day, and had shared more affinity with you on that particular day. And it seems as though, I don't know whether this may just be an assumption based upon what I'm seeing, and that's not really much, because from that day onwards, it started to show that you and Sarasut and Seti built a relationship, and you two started touring with each other. So I just want to know, does Sarasut and Seti share the same thoughts on the evolution theory as you, and how is your relationship with Sarasut and Seti?
All right, that's a beautiful question. I would like to say, when people speak the truth, it's felt. Like, even though I'm having my disagreements with Ankh and Polite, there are things that I will tell people right now. Polite is %. I don't try to castrate them because we have differences on certain things. So I would like to say that, in regards to Sarasut and Seti, I don't think he plays favorite or plays sides. He still has a healthy relationship with them. He just did what they were supposed to do. He gave me a shot, and he actually heard me out. He didn't look at my age and try to throw me in the garbage due to his ego. And that is why our relationship is healthy today. And had Ankh or Polite did that, then we also would have a healthy relationship today. It's basically like they on the varsity football team, and I might not be a senior, but the coach let me play. And they just basically was like, no, you ain't starting. Like, they didn't even give me a chance to get on the field to see if I was sweet. So now that is why that's basically like he gave me that shot to actually prove what I could do with the helmet on. So I would like to say me and Sarah Seti's relationship is healthy because he deal with me the way an elder was supposed to do. Even if he'll tell you out his mouth, he don't agree with everything I say. But we can build on that and we can exchange information. You don't got to try to bash me, because not specifically talking about Sarah Seti, but who's to say because you disagree with what I'm saying, you're not the one that's wrong. For example, a Christian would disagree with everything I say about the Bible. That don't mean they're right. Ankh disagrees with my science about evolution theory. That don't mean he's right. So I would like to say that me and Sarah Seti have a healthy relationship because he did what an elder was supposed to do. He heard me out, he gave me a shot, and he didn't shoot me down, because when you dealing with black liberation and you're focused on black people, as long as black people are true in their heart and their soul and are trying to do something for the people, you're going to embrace them. But if you're egotistical and you're doing this for the fame, then you're going to try to destroy anyone who can, in with your own mind, take your fame and take your shine. Which I'm not trying to take nobody's shine. I'm just trying to teach the people. Like I said, Brother Ankh and Polite have been saying my name for damn near a whole year. I haven't been saying theirs. So I don't know if they're subconsciously feeling like I'm in the spotlight or what their problem is, but Sarah Seti has never done that. So I can call Sarah Seti right now and ask him anything I want to ask him, and he'll tell me. And I don't have a problem being a student or being humble. I know what I know. I don't act like I know everything, but I know what I know, and you ain't gonna challenge it without me backing it up. So me and Sarah Seti have a healthy relationship because he did what an elder was supposed to do. Because he seen that the heart was pure in the liberation of people. And I'm not shooting Polite and Ankh to go as far as to say they're not actually pure in the liberation of the people, but I'm going to say that like minds recognize like minds. Feel what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. So if you really love the people and you see someone who loves the people, you're going to jack them. And if you can help them, or if you already feel they're sufficient, you're going to embrace them. You're not going to try to destroy them, because if both of our enemy was the white man, why wouldn't we link up? Doesn't matter. So me and Sarah Seti have a very healthy relationship. That's my man. Like I said, he don't. It's not like he be with me and be talking about nothing. Like, when I deal with him, it's me and him, and then he continues the relationships he had even before he knew I existed with anybody else you might see on Sinetta. So it's no funny business behind the scenes, but it's just he did what an elder was supposed to do, and that's why I can say I respect Sarah Seti, because like I tell anybody, if I'm wrong, I have no problem. If I'm wrong, I want you to correct me. I don't want to live the rest of my life believing incorrect information. If I was to debate Ankh and Ankh destroy me, everybody else might look at it like, oh, Ankh destroyed Pharaoh. I'm going to look at it like, I'm so glad this man got my mind right, because I was going to go teaching this shit to the people. Because at the end of the day, this is for the people. But let's say when, because not if, when I destroy Brother Ankh, will he take this information the same? Or will he look at me like, from an egotistical point of view, will it be love or will it be hate? Because for me, I take defeat with love, because I love black people. And if anybody's going to correct me, I'd rather it be a black man than a white man. But ask yourself if Ankh or Polite will look at me that way with love. And that will answer your question to why me and Steady have a good relationship.
Wow. Hey, listen. Could everybody just, Young Pharaoh, just your mic, because I think there's feedback coming through due to my mixer. All right. For everybody who's watching right now, you know what? I have to give my loves and shout outs to you, because you lot are truly supporting the channel. And for those of you who are new to Talk with the Titans, Talk with the Titans is a platform that was birthed out of the idea that the intellectual giants should have a well-organized platform to present, discuss, and debate critical information affecting our community, proposed by you, our audience, our community. Somebody has already stated that they would like to see Dick Gregory on the show, and you know that would be a powerful show. So keep give me your suggestions and I'll try to make it happen. So as you can see, we've got conscious lectures, interviews, discussions, and debates. Right now, we've got young Pharaoh on with us with over 297 views, 300 views at times, you know, going in. We have loads of different shows on the channel. We've got the Talk with the Titans, the Talk with the Titans playlist, where we have all the Titans, all your famous Titans passing through: Zion Lex, Polite, the Rabbi Harry Rosenberg, Team Osiris, Amun Ra Squad, Gano Grills, you know, Dr. Ali Muhammad, ISUPK, the Magi. So many different people pass through the studios to come and see Talk with the Titans and actually sit down and talk with us. And also, we've got a debate series, which is Speaker's Corner. So please check it out. If you love the debates, please check out our series Speaker's Corner, where we have all different types of people: Muslims, Jews, atheists, Sikhs, Buddhists, all different types of people actually pass through the studios, pass through Speaker's Corner to have debates. And if you also if you would like to check out some of my work, I do a little bit of teaching here and there. You know, we've got the 42 Negative Confessions. We have me debating at Speaker's Corner, me doing some work on Islam, me doing some work on Kemetic rituals. So yeah, you know what, check it out. And we've also got a another talk show, which is Trending Topics, female-based, where we discuss social issues, current affairs, and lifestyle and culture. So please check that out as well. You know what, the channel is packed, filled with information, so support us, and we'll definitely be there supporting you, giving you the information that you love. So you know what, I want to get this in right now, because you know we've literally reached the last third of the show. So I want this section of the show to be dedicated to our audience members to actually come on, give you commentary, and ask you any questions that they desire. So right now, we've got Team Osiris members, a member of Team Osiris on. We have Isa from the UK representing, you know, the Black Muslims in the UK, and we've also got Virtue TV. So he's another Titan as well. So you know what, if any of you don't have any questions for the brother Young Pharaoh, please drop them now. And I'm going to open it up as well for the people who's watching in YouTube land. If you want to get the link, I'm actually going to put it in the description box down below. So hit that up when you see it. Go ahead, my brother Isa. I think you got a question.
Okay.
For the brother.
Assalamu alaikum, young brother. How are you?
Peace, 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 brother. What's going on?
Alhamdulillah. Okay, I just want to ask, out of what you speak about, because you bring a lot of topics or subjects together, is there any one which you would say you're proficiently qualified in? So, for instance, when you talk about chakras, have you learned like the science that goes along with it, like the language, meditation systems, the mantras, all of those kind of things? And for instance, when you talk about Brother Ankh and the Amun Ra Squad and atheism and so on, have you learned any parts of the concepts behind what Ra represents, what Amen represents, etc.? So I'm saying, if let's say you want to step up to Ankh, remember Ankh's got linguists behind it. Do you get what I'm saying? So in saying what you're saying, I'm saying, are you proficient in any of these subjects that you appear to be, you know, want to debate about?
That's a beautiful question, and I want to say, hell yes. And when it comes to Ra, before I even go into the chakras and the linguistics of the chakras, I want to answer your question more in depth. But if I do, it's going to kind of give up what I got for Ankh when we go to the debate. So I don't want you to think I'm dancing around your question. But I know Ankh's probably, if not on this interview, he's going to watch this interview, and I don't want him prepared for nothing. So with that being said, I'm familiar with Ra and the properties of Ra, probably more than Ankh. So with that being said, I'm ready for that. I'm not worried about that. That's light. And when it comes to the chakra system and language and the mantras, what we have to understand is, for you to even speak using your vocal cords, you are a lesser being. This is the 5th chakra. If you were actually in the 7th chakra, you would speak telepathically. So the fact that you even have to chant a mantra shows that you are vibrating in your lesser self, or you are at a weaker state. So when it comes to the chakras, I am very familiar with the chakras and the power that they actually hold once fully unlocked. Now, when we're dealing with linguistics and language, what Ankh has to first fathom mentally is that you want me to argue you about doing something on a lesser plane. That's like me arguing with you about running with no legs. So first of all, we want to deal with the chakras. We want to deal with mantras. If you want to speak about what the proper mantra is, first of all, you have to understand what the proper vibration is. Me and you, brother, can literally make up a mantra right now. As long as we are in tune with certain vocal cords of the universe and we have them synchronized in a harmonized format, the mantra will create the desired effect of the mind. See, what people is getting caught in is, I can go back to the past and deal with the mantras and the formulas of the past. But that is remembering. You can't apply things if you don't know. Ankh does not understand the science of vocalized magic. He doesn't understand the science of rituals and symbols. He doesn't understand the science of manifestation, because anybody can regurgitate the information on a pyramid, but if I blew the pyramids up and you never seen them, could you rebuild one? Because Pharaoh could. Why? Because I know the science. I'm not learning and regurgitating what I'm learning from the science. So when he wants to come in my area of chakra, not only can I deal with certain mantras, if I wanted to, I can create a mantra tonight and help you manifest what you want tonight, because I know it. So it's a difference between watching somebody fight and actually learning the fighting style and can fight yourself. So Ankh can tell me all day how to do a backflip, but I can actually do the backflip, which means I know how to do a backflip, not regurgitating what I've seen on how to do a backflip. So brother, to answer your question, I'm well experienced in the linguistics of the chakras and how they operate, as well as the personifications and the aspects of Ra. And I'm going to use these to refute his claim about saying the Egyptians didn't know about the chakras. I'm going to encompass all this information, brother, but that was a beautiful question.
Okay, bro. Let me just say this a little bit, please. I just want to say that a lot of us have gone through this in, probably about your same age, and for me, way before your age. So be aware that a lot of us have gone through a lot of the chakra sciences, the alien thing, all of what you were saying, we've been there. So, if you want to challenge one of the brothers, one of the elders, just be aware that, we've been there. Okay, brother, thanks for your answer.
Thank you, Isa. You know what? We've actually got Ankhkakek here with us right now. Maybe he's being silent, and he doesn't want to actually start his tirade, because Ankh, when he starts, he just goes in. So peace to Ankh. He's here, and of course we've opened up the link for people. Ooh, okay, Ankh is here. I see him with that new no pseudo hat. I see you.
I'm a rock squad up. You know what I'm saying? A well-organized lie defeats a disorganized truth every time, man. What's going on, Kalam? What's up, brother Pharaoh? How you doing, brother?
What's going on, Ankh?
Yeah, man, we're gonna be, we ain't even gonna trip, man. I think going forward, yo, we got through our little dilemma, yo. Right? We're gonna finish building, so I don't want the people to think that it's gonna be some fight and all that. It ain't gonna be all that. We're gonna show the community that intellectually, man, we can do what we do, man. And then I kind of figured out why I don't like your ass. You know why I don't like you, bro? Because you remind me of me when I was your goddamn age. You hard-headed as shit and know everything. So I had to take a deep look at myself and not be a hypocrite, right? That I'm looking at my damn self. That you way smarter than I was when I was 23, because I was getting money. So the shit you doing now, whether it's pseudo, whether I think it is, yo, is far better than what I was doing at 23. So I'm going to commend you for that, right? But when I came into the information, I fell into the same pitfalls as you. Here's where you're going to get into trouble at, yo. You see behind you in your dresser, right? You see that? You see your collection, right? Look behind me. So watch this, Pharaoh. I know everything that you know right? And I understand everything you understand. You don't know part of what I know or half of what I know, and you don't understand anything of what I know. So based off of that, right, we're going to have an excellent lesson because class will be in session, whatever we said that day. I'm up for it because you got the hearts and the mind of first the women, right? And you got the babies. So I feel invigorated to step in the ring with you, brother, because everybody think that, oh, Pharaoh just a slouch. I don't see you as being a slouch. I see you as being the king of the pseudos. You should look that word up. It's not a bad word. It's the truth. I see you being that next generation. See, what you need to know about me is Polite is the great debater. He's the champ, right? But I am noted for cleaning up my division, for cleaning up, right, my neighborhood, for cleaning up the pseudoisms in my generation. All the pseudoisms that grew out of Dr. Ben and all of them. John Henry Clark, Dr. Ben, Chancellor Williams, you know what I'm saying? James Smalls, Leonard Jeffries. I am noted for the last 12 years for cleaning up my division. Just go ask them. So I don't have a problem, right, with dealing with you. You're the next generation, and I'm glad we're not fighting because you might just get me. But since we're using intellectual warfare, I'm just starting to get into my prime at 49. You should know that. You don't stand a chance. You don't stand a chance.
Let me
don't stand a chance, Pharaoh.
All right, let me rebut that real fast.
Okay.
Because you made a comment towards
I got a question.
You made a comment towards my library. First of all, this is not my total library. But even if it was, you might have 1,000 books over there. But you missed the spot. Just like I told you on 125th, you went to page 60, I went to page 61. See, you think you dealing with Malachi Z. York reincarnated. I have never read a Malachi Z. York book, didn't even know what the damn man looked like that somebody showed me. What you gotta remember is information is constantly resurfacing every day. So when you talk about Dr. Clark and all of the greats, you have to understand that I'm not never knocking them, even I've learned from them, but you forget it's information that came out last week. But you so stuck in their information that when I come with updated information, you call it pseudo because you are lost in the time lapse. So now with that being said, you in your prime, which is gonna make it even more better when I slay you. I'm not here to play. We ain't coming to play. You coming with your Amun-Ra squad. You listen, you got the Amun-Ra squad on your back. It's a wrap. So like I do want to say I'm glad that we was able to
yeah, we good.
Get out of the physical half because it was lit. You know, it was lit for us. You know it was lit.
It was lit.
But it was lit. But I'm glad growth and development took place. But you dealing with a genetic computer, You dealing with a 22-year-old computer.
Ooh,
so
hold on.
I'm gonna see you with the information. See y'all. You say y'all don't sleep, y'all sleep. Y'all be sleeping on young Pharaoh, but a lot of people die in their sleep too. So I'm gonna see you at the debate. Oh, somebody said he had a question too. I don't want to cut that brother off.
Yo, yeah, the brother's got a question, so let me just get it in and then we can get back into it again. All right, so the brother George Taylor, you say you got a question? Shoot it.
Yeah, I did a YouTube search and this site came up and it said you were going to be talking about evolution, and that's one of my favorite topics. Is that we're talking about Darwin's theory of evolution?
Yes, go ahead.
Oh, okay, good. Now, is it pro, con, what?
Some people in the panel here is pro Darwin's evolution, origins of the species, and some people are completely against it.
Okay, good. Well, for those who are pro Darwin's theory of evolution, I have a question for you. What good reason do you have to believe that genetic mutations down at a nucleotide level could accumulate hierarchically?
Okay, that's a good question.
No, that's not evolution he's talking about. What are you talking about? Explain that.
The current theory of evolution is referred to as the neo-Darwinian synthesis. It's much more than Charles Darwin advocated, but boiled down it goes something like this. over millions of years, random mutations accumulated hierarchically. And as they accumulated in long sequences in the DNA, those sequences that produced new functionality with an increase of fitness survived incrementally. Now, what I'm asking is, what observation in science would lead somebody to believe that the random accrual of mutations at a nucleotide level in DNA could produce a hierarchy of functional information?
Yeah, but that's not evolution. You just made that up. Nowhere it states
No,
that.
that is exactly that.
No,
I can read it to
hold on.
you. I can go to
No,
the University of Berkeley.
Listen,
That
go
is
get
the
that.
theory
Go
of
get that
evolution.
and read that, and then we'll
Are
get
you
back to that.
familiar? Are you familiar with natural selection?
Yes, that's what Darwin proposed. He proposed natural selection.
Good. Well, the current prevailing thesis in biology is that over millions of years, random mutations occurred. They accumulated functional information in the DNA.
Why did
and
they occur,
each
though?
time,
Why did they occur?
I am not advocating for or against. I'm simply telling you what the current theory. Can I answer you without being interrupted? I didn't interrupt you.
Yeah,
I'm
you
trying to
certainly
answer
did.
your question.
Hold on, you certainly did. You
Okay,
did.
may I answer? May I answer?
Yes.
Okay. The current theory, the basic concept, is that random mutations accumulated to produce what are called polymers, or strings of nucleotides. Those strings of nucleotides at a DNA level provided an increase of functionality to organisms, and that increase in functionality, where it would increase fitness, and due to the fitness, it would survive, and over long periods of time, a universal common ancestry resulted. Now, that is exactly what the theory of evolution presents. Now, I'm not somebody who happens to agree with that. But
what do you agree with? Let me hear what you agree with.
I believe that the best explanation for the origin of complex design would be either an agent or an intelligence, rather than randomness accounting for the accumulation of functional information in DNA.
Okay, so basically, let me ask you this: are you an intelligent designer?
Well, I presuppose.
You do. So watch this. Go ahead. I heard you. You said you
presuppose. I'll wait till you're done.
Yes, you said you presuppose, right? So you're agreeing with that, right?
Are you done?
No, I'm not done. I'm saying you answered the question that yes, you are. That's all I need is straight answers from you.
Okay. Well, look, I'll be glad to carry on an intelligent conversation with you, but if you're going to persist.
Hold on, we are holding an intelligent conversation.
Okay, Real Black, I waited till you were done. You're now interrupting me.
All right, go ahead. Go ahead.
I'll be glad to carry an intelligent conversation with you.
But
if you persist in interrupting me, I will no longer respond to you.
Well, you can let the doorknob hit you with a good Lord split you if that's how you feel.
Okay, I'm being very polite
to a can of oil. We just having fun. Just because I cut you off a little bit ain't nothing. Calm down with it. Yes or no? Are you intelligent designer?
I'm perfectly calm.
Yeah,
now,
go ahead. And
when I was trying to explain to you my position, you cut me off.
I know. Go ahead. I did it on purpose. But go ahead.
Now, I am an advocate of intelligent design, but I am not merely an advocate of intelligent design. I presume that the Christian God exists as he is defined and described in the Bible. But I'm not advocating that you accept that. The question that I have is for those in here that believe in Darwin's theory of evolution. What good reason do you have to believe that random mutations can produce an ever-increasing hierarchy of genetic information?
Can you explain what you mean by random, George?
Okay. Scientists in the field of biology.
No, sorry. Can you explain? Sorry. Can you explain and not tell me what they say, but you're talking? Can you tell me?
I'm trying to explain to you what it is, how it is described. Random would be that the accumulation of the arrangement of mutations within the DNA code does not have an overall directive process. That each individual mutation at a nucleotide level might have a directed cause, but collectively they do not have a directive cause. So in other words, the arrangement of mutations that would have to accumulate sequentially and in line in the DNA sequence, at the arrangement is a result of random processes, even though the individual mutations would have a directed cause.
Okay, so in relation to your intelligent designer, how would you observe that to be different? Because you're using the word random, and then if you want to bring intelligent designer as a human being, how do you see intelligence? Do you understand? As in,
well,
when the humans observing this thing,
I didn't advocate it. I just
you
let
don't
you know
advocate.
what my position. No, I'm not.
Okay, hold on.
Okay, I hear you.
1 second. Let's get the order back into the show. I do apologize, everybody out there who's been viewing. Can everybody just now mute their mics? Keep their mics actually muted, because you know what, our brother Young Pharaoh, he's actually got a show coming on a little bit later on the radio, and I do know that he has to be off very soon. So we could kind of carry this on off air or carry this on a little bit later. But I just want to make sure that Young Pharaoh and Ankh has their fair exchanges of words before we can introduce anything else into the conversation. And
I got you, Ben. Hang around. We're going to leave the lights on for you, Ben. Ben, Harry, we got you.
Okay, so this is what we're gonna do. I'm gonna thank you, you know, George, for what you've stated. If you just stay on the line a little bit longer, we're gonna close it out with Young Pharaoh and Ankhkakek, and I'm gonna keep the stream live streaming for the rest of the audience. But I would love to just bring this section of the show to a close with Young Pharaoh and Ankhkakek. All right. So yeah, back to Ankhkakek and Young Pharaoh. I don't know, whoever wants to grab the mic right now can grab the mic real quickly.
I'm gonna get ready to close out because I'm getting ready to go do this other radio interview. But I do want to say that this debate is deeper than my personal just wanting to just get at because that's definitely a part of the reason for sure. But outside of that, this debate is also for, I feel you got youths who you might be in the house with your uncle and he's a Muslim or a Christian or an evolution theory practitioner, and you might have a difference in opinion, if not just your own studying, your own common sense. And they might want to shut you down, or I don't want to say bully, but overpower you out of what's coming out of you internally. So I want to let this debate manifest itself to let the youth know that not only is there more proper ways that you must handle the situations if you deem yourself a leader of the black community, but that you don't got to be scared of somebody because they have alleged credentials due to age and research. Because the genetic information passed down to us by the ancestors does not lie. The information that comes from the astral plane does not lie. And so it will be exemplified at our debate that what is given to us by the creator and directly from the source is organic and will trump anybody who opposes it. So I want this debate to be known that this is not just, like Unc stated earlier, we ain't fighting, it's not going to be out of hand. We have maturely come to the way we're going to settle our disagreement. But outside of that, this debate is to show people that you can be 15 years old and crush somebody mentally that's 50. Intelligence and wisdom does not have a physical limit because it's not physical. So this debate right here will be to let people know, listen to what's inside you and listen to the information presented to you by the ancestors, not theories that are perverted and presented to you by the Caucasian.
Powerful.
Let me hold on. Let me make this statement. And that's the problem, that we're not going to listen to things that appear in our minds. We're not going to do that. Well, what did you say? You said you want to listen
I said listen to genetic information in your common sense. Common sense is observing, look, listen, and learn. You're not going to tell me that Jesus Christ came out of the ground and he's coming back out of the sky. You're not going to tell me that Muhammad wrote a book and he himself couldn't read or write. You're not going to tell me that I share a common ancestor with a monkey when black people were here before the damn monkey. So when I say common sense, I mean listen to that which is within you. If I see the color red, you're not going to tell me it's yellow. I don't care if Russia, China, America, Australia, South Africa, North Africa, Central Africa tell me and back the evolution theory with man-made documents. Because if I would listen to those, I might as well listen to a man-made Bible. I know how to have common sense and I know how to add. 1 + 1 is 2. You're not going to tell me I share a genetic ancestor with something that I was here for millions of years before. That's common sense. You don't got to go to college for that.
Yeah, that's why we don't use common sense in science, yo, because that shit get debunked every time. It's never based off your senses. Yeah, science is never based off your senses, because what we learn in science, right, is that your senses can fool you and trick you. Like, for instance, you can look at a man and he'll have black skin, right, and you'll swear he's sub-Saharan African, and you'll get a DNA test, and what you'll find out is that no, he really was from Western Europe, and you were wrong. So your senses always will lie to you. And so the scientific method does not propose that you use your senses. The eyeball test, all these things are things we used to use before we recognize proper methodology. Where I'm going to defeat you at is proper methodology. What is your method? How did you reach your conclusion? Where are your sources at? And how's it back up? I'm going to bring, for the majority of the time, black scholars, right? Black evolutionists, right? You're going to bring white people. That's all you can bring is white people. You're not going to have any great black thinkers. You don't have them. You're going to have to bring Malachi York. You're going to have to bring Phil Valentine, Delbert Blair. Hold on, let me finish. I'm just trying to let you know, right, that I don't have a problem with information. I'm not. I won't allow the color of someone's skin to confuse me with information. That's the problem. So a person could be white like Charles Darwin. Right? See, what this guy right here won't tell you is Charles Darwin was one of the first Europeans that agreed that humans' life started in Africa. He won't tell you that. He'll run you somewhere in intelligent design and it sounds slick, right? But he won't tell you that intelligent design was defeated in court. So really, he's not even part of this discussion. And as a matter of fact, me and you will beat him up together. You already know that, Pharaoh. He ain't gonna split us on this motherfucker. I will never agree to nothing he says on this motherfucker. You feel me with that? So he done any motherfucking way in my book, because at the end of the day, me and you brothers at the end, and we can get it in, right? But when the enemy come in, nigga, we together. So really, I ain't even trying to hear that with him in this room. You feel me?
I got one question before I go.
Go ahead, brother.
You said your eyes can trick you, but that don't mean science can't trick you either, because it is a scientific fact that we share 50% of our DNA with a banana. Did we evolve from a damn banana? Hell no. So now, with that being applied, just because we share genetic material with something does not mean we evolved from it. And I want to go in on you right now, but I'm going to save that for the debate, because what you need to know is my gun might be rusty, but it still go off. Oh, I play with science. I play with science. So we're going to deal with genetic transfer of genes. We're going to deal with how you can obtain genes in other ways other than, you know what, I'm chilling.
Hey, check this out. This is what we want to do. We want to put the top, look, this is how this will be a good debate. I don't want to trick them shit. That's not fun. You feel me? If you look at my debates, man, I can go off the top of the head like John Henry Clark and them. So we just need to propose what we're going to talk about and do that. Of course, I understand about where horizontal gene transfer is. I get that. And you know what I'm saying? It's good. This is going to be a learning experience. This I promise you. Because this is what you can't do. You can't explain why human beings and bananas sharing DNA. Can you? Can you explain that?
I can definitely explain
yes.
that.
Explain.
Yes, I can. I don't need it. I'll see you at the debate. Don't worry about nothing.
All right.
I'll see you at the debate. Don't ask me a damn thing. I'll see you at the debate.
All right, okay, all right. I ain't doing the trick them shit. You already know what I'm coming with.
But you're not gonna pick me. You're not gonna pick me.
I'm asking you a question. I'm not trying to pick you. I don't want us to be picked. We ain't even picked the topics yet.
I'll see you at the debate.
All right, watch this. Hey, Ben. I mean, not Ben. Go ahead. Hey, George. Explain it to us, George.
George, oh, hold on one second. Before George actually has a chance to explain it, I'm actually going to thank young Pharaoh, because, yeah, I'm going to thank young Pharaoh for for joining us today. I know he's running out of time. So Ankh, even though young Pharaoh is going to be here, you know, he may not be able to respond to you because his time is he's very delicate at the moment. So I'm going to thank him, and I'm going to sign out and say thank you very much, young Pharaoh, for coming on the show and dropping some gems for our community. You know what, the Facebook messages is going crazy right about now. They're loving it. They're feeding you. You know, let me just actually read one of them out real quickly to you. Wow, I managed to tune in and hear this brother young Pharaoh. Jeez, he's talking straight truth from the heart and above. I don't know what the feud is about, but we all need elevation, which knowledge always bring. Keep sharing
the feud
that.
is dead. We brothers in the struggle. The feud is dead.
That's right.
Young brother came, you know what I'm saying, apologized, accepted my apology. Is dead, man. We don't want to hit out nobody's mouth. Now it's for the hearts and souls on how we're going to build our community and what information we should use. That's why I got to finish his little ass off.
All right, and they say keep sharing that truth. So what I'm going to do right now is we're signed out. Peace. But I'm going to keep the live stream going on for those people who are viewing right now. You know, this won't be in the rewatch. This section of the show won't be in the rewatch, but I'm going to keep it going for George, Ankhkakek, and everybody else to get it in. Otherwise, actually, would you want to start a new link? So we can end this show and we can start a new link and we can get it in as well. What are you saying?
All right, y'all. Peace.
Just keep this one.
Peace.
Guidance.
Salam, brother.
Shalom, salam. All right, you know what I'm going to do? Let's keep this going, but in the background, I'm going to set up a new link. And Ankhkakek, I would love for you to get it in with this brother called George. All right, George, can you explain horizontal gene transfer for us?
That ain't what he's trying to explain. He's trying to explain how bananas.
Oh, that's it. How do bananas share 50%?
Yeah.
Horizontal gene transfer occurs in certain organisms, microorganisms. It can occur in plants where certain genomic sequences find their way that didn't originate in another organism, such as a microorganism or a plant. Okay. Now, before I go on, I'd just like to know, with the people that I'm talking to, what their basic assumptions are. I've already laid out what my basic assumptions are. Now, Real Black, are you an atheist, a theist?
Yes, absolutely. Okay. I'm a real black atheist.
Okay, good. I think that's more of a central issue than evolution. So I'd like to ask you a question. Before we go on, how do you define the term atheism? Do you define it as the proposition that there is no God, or do you define atheism as merely the absence of a positive belief in God due to insufficient reasons?
I define it as going against any deity you and your people propose to my people. Thus you get the real black atheist.
Okay. Do you assert that there is no God, or do you merely have a lack of belief?
No, I assert that white people have lied to African people to kidnap them, right, to rob them of their culture, and I understand that African people never had a God prior to the Germanic tribes coming in with that foolery. That's exactly what I'm talking about. Because we all hold on, I am the A side, and so your whole notion of any God means absolutely nothing to me. I don't even know what you're talking about when you say God.
Are you making... In your atheism, are you claiming that there is no God, or that you merely do not believe positively that there is a God?
In my real black atheism, I'm saying that white people lied. That the word God is a word made up by human beings, particularly Germanic tribes, Indo-European.
You're not Real Black. You're not answering my question.
Yes.
I understand that you believe that white people have lied, but that doesn't answer my question.
I know.
Okay. Do you believe that a God exists, or do you believe that a God does not exist?
I am telling you that when white people open their mouth and say the word God, they're merely talking about a cultural expression.
Well, I'm not talking to a white
Let me finish.
person right
I didn't
now.
cut you off. I didn't cut you off.
Go ahead.
Remember, we're not cutting each other off. We're gonna have proper white boy dialect going on here. That's what you want to have, right? So no cutting off. What I'm telling you is that human beings, particularly white people, come up with the idea of God in English, And I'm telling you that that idea and concept exists amongst you and your Christianity, or you and your Judaism, and you and your Islam, has no effect on African people. And for the record, here's the direct answer to your question. I am anti-theos, for sure, meaning I'm against the state-sponsored religion, which would be Christianity, Islam, and Judaism. That is the oldest understanding of what atheos is. Those who go against, right, theos. So there you have it.
Okay. In your view, does a God exist?
I am telling you, it exists to white people. It does not exist in the African paradigm.
Okay, good. In your worldview, how did you come to the conclusion that there is no God?
Because it would separate myself. If it was a God, then it would be a God up there and us down here, which would officially separate whatever it is from us. That's not African thought at all. Hey, Kalam,
Okay, you haven't answered my question.
You need to be having this. You still got that rolling, right, Kalam?
Yes.
I did ask you a question.
Okay,
I said
okay.
God would propose.
You did respond. You did respond to my question.
Okay, George, 1 second, 1 minute. Okay, do you know what I'm going to do right now? I'm actually going to separate this show. There is a separate show that has been created, and it's actually called Real Black Atheist versus White Theist on evolution and God. Okay.
Now wait a minute. What makes you think I'm white?
Oh. Sound like it. Your picture's white.
No, that's a character from a movie. That's not my face. So why do you think? Oh, so do all white people talk like this?
No, it's George is not based upon your voice. It's based upon your icon.
Titan, I'm teasing you. I'm teasing you, Titan.
Okay. All right. So now this is what I'm going to do. I'm actually going to start. I'm going to start. I'm going to start a new show, and I'm going to invite all the brothers who are here right now.
Okay. Can you post the link in the side chat?
Definitely, I'm going to post the link in the side chat for everybody. And everybody who's watching the live stream right now, you will see it hopefully within the next 2 minutes. When go ahead.
Is he a white boy or not? Now, my ears don't lie to me, man.
No, you know what we're going to do? We're going to find out if he's a white boy on the new show. We're going to reintroduce the whole that we've been discussing. Because all this.
Come on, George, tell the truth, man. You sound like a white boy. Tell the truth.
All this section is going to be chopped off from Young Pharaoh's one, so we're going to create a new show.
Hold on a second. What do you mean tell the truth? What are you saying?
I'm asking you, are you